Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of the Final Fantasy 16 New Game Plus playthrough. This is episode 6. Last time we got the Lost Wing, rescued some peoples, and went through a crap ton of cutscenes. I think, honestly, that's about it, truth be told. We're gonna continue onward. The Dead of Night, speak with Quentin up here. Probably a bunch of other fucking cutscenes if we're being honest with ourselves. It's not you, I don't think. You're over here, aren't you? Yep. Point proven already.
It seems we'll be spending the night.
I thought as much. Where do you find that one?
What, him? You won't believe me if I told you. Gwynson here is an old friend, one who is sympathetic to our cause.
Sympathetic? Then he knows about your little sanctuary. I would never have guessed so many people were bent on setting us free. When last I checked, the mere thought would earn you a trip to the gallows.
I am well aware of the risks, as I am of the rewards.
And what could be more rewarding than your very own dominant of fire?
A dominant? Here? Now that I would like to see.
Meaning you haven't?
No, but nothing passes unnoticed in Lost Wing. Take your brand, for example. People will see that at once. And I need hardly tell you how they will greet the inquiries of a bearer. You are afraid your words will fall on deaf ears, as they have ever since the moment you were marked. Happily, I can provide a solution to your dilemma, as a favor to Sid, that is. Take this. You will find it has the uncanny power to loosen tongues. May the mothers guide you.
This might be Imperial land, but here in Lost Wing, it's his word that's law.
But how?
You don't need to worry about that just yet. Trust me. Everyone in Lost Wing knows what that seal means, and what it means if they don't take note. Now we can sit here counting our blessings, or put them to good use and find that dominance. Your choice.
Let's see if this thing really works.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Let's see. Gather information from the villagers. Sure, we're gonna go to the shortest distance one. My point literally just got proved, though. So, you know.
Ah, Master Quentin took a liking to you, I see. And there I was, thinking you were in bed with Sid. Wonder what Gav will have to say about this. Speaking of whom, if you see him, tell him thanks for looking after us. Now, what can I help you with?
I'm searching for a dominant of fire. Gav seems to think he might have taken refuge here.
We see a lot of bearers around these parts. But I do seem to recall one who commanded the flame. Now, whether or not that makes him a dominant, I can't say. But the Waluders certainly took a keen interest in the poor sod.
Did you get a look at him?
Didn't have a chance. One of the other bearers might have, though.
Thank you.
So, yep. Yet again, point proven, a metric crap ton of cutscenes. I know technically these aren't cutscenes. I just want to point that out. They're not technically cutscenes. At least not the way this game looks at cutscenes anyway. But they're cutscene style dialogue is what they really are. I like them. It's not that I dislike them. It's just with the sheer amount of them that they are within the first multiple hours of this game. Recording this is kind of annoying for me, but we'll get into that after this part, so.
That a hanged man, I see. Master Quentin must think you're important. It was a good thing you done today, getting rid of those bastards. If you hadn't come when you did, I'd be on my way to Ash by now, along with the others. Poor buggers.
These others, was there a dominant among them? A dominant of fire?
Might have been, yeah. Royalists seem to think there was, anyhow. A thin bloke all swallowed up in his robes like one of Great Grieger's churchmen.
Do you recall anything else about him?
Only that he weren't alone. Was a young maid who went wherever he did, including the church, and wherever the Royalists dragged them both off to before you got here.
I see. Thank you. I wonder if Sid's found anything.
So as I was saying, as much as I love playing this game, which I do, I love playing this game. And if anyone here knows me well enough, at least through my videos, to know how sometimes fickle, yes, I realize this, how fickle I can be with consistently finishing and or recording a series once I start it. It sometimes feels like it's damn near impossible. Yeah. I am going to, which is why I'm going to only be releasing videos of this, for now. I might, maybe, I've been thinking about maybe dipping my toes back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Yeah. Maybe making another deck tech video, something like that. My Drytron deck tech video did do really, really well. I think it's sitting at 113 views right now, which is easily the highest on my channel. So I might dip my toes back into that. We'll talk some more after this.
Tell me that scowl means you've got good news. So, a shady lad with a hood, and his equally shady lass. Not much to go on, but... I've been thinking, if our friend is a dominant, why not just burn the Royalists to a crisp? There's a reason he's holding back, and I reckon it has something to do with his partner.
What makes you say that?
One of the villagers I talked to said the two were separated. If the Waluders have her, our dominants like to think twice before starting any fires. Whoever he is, he's shown himself to have a level head. He's careful, cunning, and he doesn't want to be found. This could spell trouble. For us and the Royalists both. Still, it'll be a whole lot worse if we set off after them with bleary eyes and empty bellies. There should be a pair of pallets waiting for us back at the inn. Shall we?
Okay, so the thing I wanted to talk about real quick was the reason for the two big ones that I can think of, especially lately for me being semi-fickle. The Crisis 3 playthrough. I don't know if any of you guys that are watching this have watched that at all. If you did, thank you. If not, this kind of doesn't apply to you. But for those who did... the primary reason why, as of right now anyway, I will not be continuing that is because at the time I was using my phone hotspot as my upload outlet, if you know what I mean. In other words, I didn't have Wi-Fi. I do now. I have very good Wi-Fi, in fact, right now. Speaking of, literally just used it to download like 300 gigabytes of games in the span of about an hour and a half. So, yeah, really good internet. So that won't be a problem anymore so long as I'm able to keep the internet. But the primary reason was I didn't have any more data for my hotspot because there was a limited amount of high-speed data that you could use, or a limited amount of data period on the hotspot. And I ended up accidentally using it up on accident. So I wasn't able to output any more videos. Also, all of the videos, I had like 2 or 3 other videos that I had done, recorded, and I think edited 1 or 2 of them, ready to go, for the Crysis 3 playthrough anyway. Yeah, whenever I traded in both my PlayStation 4s, because I had 2 of them, for this glorious PS5 that's sitting in front of me, been making me able to play this game for you guys, and talk about what we're talking about while we're doing what we're doing. That is, yeah, all my stuff was on there. I didn't think to be like, hey, maybe you should stick that on a stick or something, and so you can put it on the PS5. I didn't think about that. So for the time being, the Crysis 3 playthrough will be put on hold. If you really want me to continue that, I can, but it's not something I'm looking to do right now, okay? The other thing was my Final Fantasy 15 New Game Plus playthrough. So the thing is, I'd have to watch the last video like in depth to figure out where I was, but I think it kind of boiled down to like the last like 3 videos I had put out for it didn't get any views whatsoever. Okay, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna play the game because I enjoy playing the game. I'm not gonna record it. I'm not gonna talk a bunch because I normally don't talk a bunch when I play games. This right now, what we're doing right now, just to show you that I am at the controls currently, spinning around in circles. Yeah, so I don't do this very often. I might need to like strategize on something, so I stay put and put the controller down and look up some stuff and strategize. But that's about the only time I ever do this while I'm playing. Otherwise, I'm just constantly playing the game, mindlessly sometimes, depending on the game. But yeah, I think that's all there's to say about that. If I think of anything else, I'll let you know. But let's go ahead and continue with this.
Now, about those beds.
Beds? I seem to recall your request being to spend the night. And for that, the floor will more than suffice.
Better than a wet rock, I suppose. My thanks, Quentin. Next time you're at the hideaway, our floor's all yours.
No need for thanks, Sid. This isn't an act of charity.
You don't say.
In exchange for my floor, I shall be requiring your services. The Royalists saw fit to erect a barricade across the road south when they occupied the village, and failed to remove it when they left. I expect it to be gone before you leave.
As you wish. Well, that took longer than expected. First time dismantling the barricade? It gets easier, don't worry.
I won't.
If we leave now, we'll arrive at the care when the shadows are at their deepest. Unless you'd rather wait.
No more waiting. The road south then? Unless...
I know of another shortcut. You should be so lucky.
Oh man, you gotta love the relationship between Clive and Sid right now. It does get better. It does get way better towards the end of their relationship. So, but it's pretty funny though. Continue playing the game. Actually, where are we at right now? Damn, we're at 14 minutes. Jeez. Shoo. Trust me, I'm trying as hard as I can to make these videos approximately 30 to 35 minutes long. It's just not happening lately. I think the only one I've gotten anywhere near that...
Take the care that have posted sentries to prevent any unwelcome surprises. least I would have.
Well, you should know.
But yeah, so shit. It's not okay. Disregard what I just said.
Told you.
Friggin' finally be able to beat up people. We're about to end these people's careers right now. If you can't tell, honestly, Odin shit's a little overpowered. Just a hair. Just a hair. Speaking of, what is our ability points at? Not enough to upgrade what I want to upgrade.
What are the royalists thinking? Why take a stronghold they've no chance of holding?
When they've no intention of holding it. The king is up to something.
The king?
Well, you don't think they're acting on a whim, do you? This is one of His Majesty's cunning stunts, and he sent his best to execute it.
Sounds about right. Ay, ay, ay. It's just so cool to see that.
You try.
God, it's just so freaking ridiculous. Honestly, it's ridiculous. It doesn't matter where they are in the area that you're fighting. Just, well, bam! They're dead. You gotta admit, that is pretty overpowered. I want to point out, I'm technically playing on the hardest difficulty available to me currently. So, that's a hair broken, I would say.
Hard nut to crack, even when it isn't crawling with royalists.
I don't care who else is in there.
So, yeah. Honestly, this game's not difficult as long as you don't just try to blow through it. Or at least, to be fair, I sort of did that. Not really, but I sort of did it, and it still was pretty easy. But I don't know if that's because of a setting. I really doubt it. It's just once you understand the flow of combat, it's not that hard to get by. Now, at this point in the game, it was a wee bit difficult. Not very, though.
Much as I enjoy battering down the front door, I hazard this endeavour will require a bit more tact.
There's an old sluice that empties under the bridge. It should see us through to the lower levels of the care. Sid. We both know why I'm here. But what is it that you want? Why would you risk your life for a handful of outcasts? If anyone ever learned what you've been doing with their property...
They'd have my head in a box. But this isn't just about dominance and bearers, it's about all of us. What I want is to build a place where it doesn't matter what you are, but who you are. isn't ready for a place like that. So, until it is, I use the power I've been given to show people there is hope.
So, tell me about this, Benedikta.
The best and worst decision I ever made. Don't underestimate her, Clive. A fight with her icon is not one you're likely to walk away from.
Garuda, Warden of the Wind.
Hey?
Hmm?
Alrighty then. So, at this point in the game, I just want to point this out real quick. This is when the game actually starts to get legitimately interesting in the story. Don't get me wrong. Everything else beforehand, pretty interesting. At least enough to hold my really crappy attention span. As you can tell. But at this point, this is when it really starts to get interesting. Because at this point, this is when you're just constantly asking questions. I'm going to shut up now.
The land has fallen. The Eastern Territories all but belong to the Orcs.
I'll have my men ready to depart by noon.
Don't bother.
But what of the mines? Without adamantite...
The blight would have engulfed the mines ere long. Besides, you already have your orders.
Yes, my liege.
The dark swallows more of the realm with each passing day. The land starved of the ether that gives it life. And as the fringes fade, the people flock to the mother crystals, desperate for their blessing. The war we wage for possession of that blessing, it breaks us from within, hastening us to our own destruction.
And so you do what must be done.
I unite the dominants, that we may bring an end to the strife, and found a new order to see us unto tomorrow. The world must be restored, and I will see it so.
You might have already had Zidolphus not betrayed us.
Him again. Lust you still for his embrace?
But... of course not. My liege. I serve you, and you alone.
I remember well the day you first entered these halls. Your pale hand pressed into his, as if it would never let go.
That was a long time ago. Yours is the only hand I need. Now and always.
Soon, my dear. Soon all will know whose hand it is that keeps them from falling into the darkness.
Hold me, my liege. Never let me go.
One of our sentries has failed to report, milady. Your orders?
Pull the men back inside the care, Geralf.
He is here, then.
Have them lead Sid and his little pet to the chapel. I shall entertain them there. So you've come for me after all.
All clear.
Headwind. Alrighty then.
Nice trick. You'll have to teach me sometime.
I really feel like we ought to stop here. We're at 26 and a half minutes as of this moment. Oh, the debate. You know what? We'll continue. But if you guys don't mind, and I do legitimately mean this, please, for the love of God, answer some of these questions in the comments like I'm asking you to. Please. Even if there's only like 20 or less people that are answering it, at least I know the answer. You know what I mean? And that's to even people who are just randomly finding this stuff. I don't care. Answer the questions, for the love of God. You know, so I have outside views that includes the ones of you that actually watch basically all these videos. Answer the questions, please. So, the question I'm about to ask after saying all that is, do you want the videos to be around half an hour to 35 minutes, or would you rather them more closer to 45 minutes? Because as far as I'm concerned, I don't really mind. I've just set a half an hour time area. Okay, let's continue on, though. Seeing as how basically the first part of this video was me quite literally complaining that I had nothing to do. For most of the last video. It was rather boring, to be honest.
We should start with the dungeons. They may be holding the bearers there.
Sound plan. As long as we keep ourselves on this side of the bars.
Indeed, my good sir. Indeed, as I walk straight into the walls. Yes, indeed.
In here. They're all empty.
And you're gonna give up?
Sid. This gate.
Need some help?
What do you think?
That I'm doing most of the lifting. At your leisure, Clive.
Did you hear that?
Unfortunately, yes. Good
Yo.
news, lad.
Your search is over.
Indeed, good sir. Go ahead and get rid of the small fry.
So, where to next?
Indeed. My guess is this way. Incorrect. This way. It's easy to get turned around in battle in this game. Very easy.
This door only leads to more royalists. We'd better find another one.
Take your pick.
I think I'd rather have the dog take his pick. I don't feel like wondering which way I'm supposed to be going. Not a fan of that.
How about a window?
Bloody show off.
Says the man who followed. Okay, which way am I actually supposed to be going? That way? Okay, so we're gonna go up this way.
Well, we found the Imperial garrison. Right where the Royalists left.
Let's not. Fun enough, I don't think I went this way specifically because of that, but I don't remember. Onward to the way that I'm actually supposed to be going. Man. Huh? Where does this lead? I see. Okay. Cool.
Damn it. They're everywhere.
They're also dead. Effective immediately. Seriously? Wow. I'm kind of hoping after the big fight that's coming up, the big boss fight coming up, we'll officially have enough to get the next level of dancing still. That'd be kind of nice. Alright, cool. Fair warning, this is not the bot spot I was talking about.
Oh, I'm not staying.
So this is technically like a mini boss.
Not this time.
Suggestion when you're doing this, always immediately after you go for the level 5, go ahead and chain the dancing field because it takes the longest to wind up. Oh, you little fucker. And just so you know, once you're at 2 level 4 of the Zon Tetsuken, there's no point in trying to chain abilities because it's just not worth it. There you go. No, we don't have enough yet. I believe it needs 2,400. If I'm not mistaken.
Never were one for half measures, were you, Benedikta? These poor sods didn't know what hit them.
Where are we at right now? You know what? We'll go ahead and end the video here because this is a good place to stop, I think. Okay, guys. So, yeah, I'm a little sorry I'm ending it now. We are currently right at the start of 37-minute mark. I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode here. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like it. Comment down below about all the questions I asked in the video. Please actually do. And any other thing you'd like to say about the video. Points you think I could improve on. Other stuff you think I ought to talk about the past of the channel. Stuff like that. Hell, discussions you'd like to have with me. I don't care. You can comment. It doesn't actually lead to anything that helps me or whatever, but I don't care. Honestly. Like I said, like the video if you liked it. Subscribe. And hit the notification bell if you want to see more of my stuff. That's all I have to say for the most part. So this was episode 6. I will see you all in episode 7. Peace out.